Oh, hey guys, how you doing? Don't worry about me. I'm just imagine driving the truck. But before we can do that, guys, we got a few things we need to do with the truck, and we're gonna do some of that stuff in this video. So let's get to it. So as you guys know, in the last video, well, not in the last video, but in a few videos ago, a while ago, when we put this engine together, got it in there, I said I had an oil pressure gauge for it, and we hooked up the boost gauge and stuff, but we didn't connect the lights or none of that stuff to it. So, because I knew I had more gauges, which is what we're gonna do today. We have, there's a bug that just flew in my ear. We have an oil pressure gauge right here that got a bunch of dangly, spaghetti looking wiring things and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna find a place for this, hook this up, and wire up the boost gauge, well, the lights for it, and wire in the oil pressure gauge. Because if you have a turbo vehicle or any vehicle that you're kind of going to be beating on or racing, you kind of want to know your oil pressure and stuff like that. So we need an oil pressure gauge. So let's figure out where we're going to mount it first, and then we can start wiring everything. So let's get into it. All right, so what I do know, I'm not sure if I'm in frame or not. Let me back up. I should be in frame, hopefully. There's 5 wires. You got a yellow, red, black, green, and a white. The yellow and the green you'll put together. Those will be like switch on 12-volt power. The black will be a ground somewhere. The green goes straight to the oil pressure sensor that we have under the hood, and then white will be wired to your light switch. So when you turn on your headlights, it turns on the lights for the gauge. So pretty self-explanatory, pretty simple. Now we just figure out where we get the power for everything and all that stuff and go from there. So let's figure that out. All right, so you guys know we got the boost gauge here. Trying to figure out where to put the sensor, or I mean the gauge for the oil pressure. I was thinking maybe we'll right in here cut a hole and just kind of mount it right there. So we'll have the oil pressure sensor right here, or oil pressure gauge right there. And then we got the boost gauge right there. I kind of want them more in a visible area, both of them. One up there, here. I'm not a big fan of the pillar pods that go down on the side right here. I was thinking of making, since I'm not going to have a radio in the truck, a little panel here. Put it here. I was even thinking about pulling that AC piece out right there and putting them in here. I don't know. But right now, it's going right in here probably. Just, it's better to have something than not have anything. So yeah, I guess we'll start by taking this panel off and seeing how we can make a hole for it. So let's get this pulled off. Alright guys, so I decided I just put the oil pressure gauge in this. I took a Dremel and kind of like wore material away, like sanded material away. That's in there snug. I got the thing on there tightened down, so it's in there pretty good and snug. I'm gonna order, like I said, I don't really like the pillar pods, but I found on Amazon a 3-pod holder that will go on top of the gate or the dash. So I'll probably order that for it and then switch it up later. So yeah, but for now, that's where it's gonna go. And I think on this side I'll put the wideband. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep going. I'm gonna try and wire this up and go from there. So let's keep going. Alright guys, so I got this all back in, and I put the ground right here, shortened it, and then the power, which will be the red and the yellow, I got it right here to the switch, ignition switch. So I use the black with the white stripe on it. That one's got 12-volt power key on. So when I turn the key, boom, it turns on. So that is on and working. Now to get a reading, we need to wire in the green wire. The green wire will go all the way to the sensor that we put on the engine. So I'm going to get this through the firewall and see how we can extend it. But not only is this wired up, but the boost gauge is too. So when you turn on the ignition, boost gauge turns on, and the oil pressure. So this is all done, wired up. Now, like I said, you got 2 more wires, which will be the white and the green. White one, I'm not entirely sure where it goes to, but I know where the green one goes to. So let's wire that up. All right, guys. So I got the wire ran through the firewall right there over. I'm gonna go ahead and like clean it up and zip tie it up so it looks nicer. Comes down, and right down there is the sensor, and I have it connected there. So now all we got to do is batteries on, turn the key, make sure all the lights come on and everything, start the truck, and see if it shows oil pressure. So let's do that. All right, so put it in neutral. I might need the keys. I thought I had them in my pocket. Do I? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Key on. All right, lights are on the boost gauge. Light is on the oil pressure gauge. And that's not doing anything. All right, well, something is up, because there should be oil pressure there. All right, guys, so I think I got it figured out. I found the piece of paper I've been looking for, and it told me where everything went. So let's start the key. Oh yeah, before I wasn't doing that. Calibrating. So I'm guessing that's the oil pressure that we got. I mean, I know it's an oil pressure gauge, but I don't know if it's reading accurate. Oh yeah, we good. Oh, that no. Okay, I liked it when it was higher, but I'll take 40. I'll take that as long as it ain't lower, too low. I mean, we're just idling right now, so it shouldn't be too high. But 40 pounds of oil pressure, not bad to me. Hey, it seems like it's working, right? It's got oil pressure, and you give it gas, it goes up. How accurate that is, because it bounces around, that I'm not sure of. But yeah, that's working. Boost gauge is working. So I don't really want to rev it too much. It's still cold. But yeah, I'm gonna let it sit here and idle for a little bit and warm up, and we'll see what it shows at fully warmed up. Oh, we gotta make this official. Ready? There we go. Sheesh. All right. Let it warm up. Alright guys, so the truck is warming up, as you can see. Turn my brightness up. So warming up, and we're sitting close to 50 psi oil pressure, which is good. I'm happy with that. Might have to adjust the idle down a little bit more, but yeah, everything is good, you know. We got boost gauge. We got good oil pressure on this thing. I'm not worried at all. Okay, so we got the oil pressure gauge working, all hooked up and everything. We got boost gauge lighting up now because it was connected, just didn't have the light on it. I would love to do the wideband on the truck right now, but I'm waiting on the exhaust stuff to come in. So we have exhaust stuff coming in, so we can get the exhaust done on the truck, and I'll do the wideband at the same time as doing the exhaust. So yeah, still a little bit more until we can actually safely rip this thing. So like I said, I have been driving it here and there just to get everything flowing and moving since it's rebuilt, and to make sure everything's good before we take it to the track, which we will be doing soon. But pretty soon, this thing right here will be going to the track and having some fun, you know. So, been doing some body work on this stuff, so I ain't trying to show too much of the truck because I'm trying to make that its own video. But been working on body work on it and coming along. But yeah, as soon as the exhaust stuff comes in, we don't need a lot of stuff, and there wasn't a bunch because we're not gonna have much of an exhaust on this thing. Just better than the stock stuff, you know what I mean? So we'll be building all that, get the bung welded into that as well, so we can have the O2 sensor, or the wideband O2 sensor, or wideband sensor, I guess. I don't know, it's still an O2 sensor, but the O2 sensor for the wideband, because we are still running the stock O2 sensor, which we want to keep, so that can communicate with the ECU and everything, being that the truck is on stock ECU, stock injectors, fuel system, and all that stuff, you know. That's what helps it compensate for what it needs. Wideband will just make sure we're not leaning out or anything. And if it is running lean, we can richen it up with the fuel pressure regulator and turn up the fuel pressure a little bit. So we're not even worried about that. But a couple more things we got to do on this thing. When I get the exhaust stuff, I got the stuff to build a wastegate tube or dump or whatever I feel like doing with it. I was kind of thinking of bringing it over through here, under here, and kind of out over here and out the fender. So we'll see what happens. But for now, guys, I'm gonna end this video here. I wanted to put this interior back together right here because it kind of bugs me, but I don't want to put it together, take it back apart, because I'm gonna have to wire in when I have to wire up the wideband, you know. So one of those things, you know. Projects are projects though, but hey, I know it wasn't a lot that got done, but progress on a project is progress on a project. That much closer to getting it out at the track and having some fun. And here, look real quick. Oh, there you go. There's your little clips of some body work we've been starting on this thing. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and edit this video up and get it ready to be posted for you guys and keep knocking out videos. So, ooh, getting too close to the truck. I might have showed y'all a little more than you needed to right there. But yeah, gonna end the video here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like I said in the last video, more people are watching these videos that aren't subscribed than are subscribed. So if you can just do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and keep sharing these videos, man. Like, I appreciate everybody that watched the videos. And yeah, cooler shit we can do to this more if you guys stay tuned, watch these videos and share these videos and that are subscribed, you know. So leave a comment below, guys, what you think of the oil pressure gauge and the progress on the truck. Hit the thumbs up if you guys are ready to see this truck out the track. And yeah, thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. Always have post notifications on too, guys. So peace out and God bless.